So what in the world happened inside the Southbrook Mall here back in the 1970s? Today's episode of Globetrotting with Trey, you're gonna find out. Stay tuned. So this is Elvis Presley Boulevard, as you see the cars drive by. Back in 1977, Friday, August the 12th, 1977, Elvis, Lisa Marie, and Ginger would have pulled right here and entered into that very door into Southbrook 4 movie theater here down from Graceland. The way that we learned about this story is a fan that was actually here that night followed Elvis from the gates of Graceland back here to the back of that theater and went through that door. So just another place that we can put Elvis once upon a time in his life. Elvis Presley Boulevard is right there. Graceland is down that way. So guys, let's explore inside the Southbrook 4 Theater where Elvis went to the movies. So the back door could have been here.
Yeah, it was more likely this door.
All right.
And then see, like, this was like the service hallway for the customers. And the customers came down and they used these restrooms.
This was the theater restroom.
Yeah. Well, no,
Southbrook
these
seven.
the Southbrook restrooms.
Southbrook
The
restroom.
theater restrooms are in the
Inside
theater.
But Elvis, this was probably that
Well,
back
you
door.
know, the way they did Elvis back in the day, they would shut stuff down for him
Yes, sir.
to come in, and he probably came in the back.
He definitely did because the fans that were with him said it was the back door.
And it was just for him.
Exactly. So how would he have come into the theater from this hallway?
Well, this way. Let me see, we just passed one. So it's 4 theaters over here. So he could have easily come in this door and bam, you're in the theater.
Wow. Let's
The
walk
floor
in.
is wet.
Oh, floor is wet.
Yeah, you can kind of see it. We just painted the floor yesterday.
Oh, this is so cool, man. So y'all are restoring this?
Yeah. We're turning this into a performing arts center for Whitehaven.
Performing Arts Center for Whitehaven.
Yeah.
When will this be ready?
We're looking at maybe sometime around Thanksgiving.
That's cool, man, because, yeah, he could have come right through this door.
If he come through this back door, all he had to do was shoot right through here.
Yeah, exactly.
He's in the theater.
He's in the theater, man, and
Right.
wherever he's sitting at, because, you know, he didn't like anyone
Right.
sitting in front of him.
Right.
So he's probably right there
And
in
like
the
I
middle.
say, 9 times out of 10, it was just for him and his entourage.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. So, okay, so that's one theater.
That's one.
All right.
And this is 2.
We can
So
walk in this
we
one.
can walk in this one.
All right.
Because we haven't done the floors yet.
Yeah, man, I'm glad y'all are restoring this. This will be cool, man. I'll make sure the fans know about this place.
This would be 2.
Oh, wow.
So what we've done is put some stages. That would have been the screen up against the wall here.
Yes, sir. Yep, I can see a movie playing right there, man.
Yeah.
This is definitely an old theater building.
And we put that stage in there, so. And see, that was the projector room up there where the holes are.
Right there, yep.
Yeah.
Never know, Elvis probably watched the movie right in here.
He probably watched a bunch of it, didn't he?
Yeah, I just know that last week of his life.
He could have come through that door and got to any of the 4 in here.
Yeah, okay.
See, because you can't watch your step.
Yes, sir.
We're going down some steps. This is the entrance to the theaters.
Yeah.
Right here. We just didn't come that way because we got it.
That's great.
Like that would be the entrance.
That's how you bought your tickets?
Yeah, right there.
Yeah.
And this is the old concession stand.
This is the old concession
Yeah,
stand?
that's the original. And we're gonna get it redone.
Do we have lights in here? Can we?
It's some in here, but
Let's see.
I gotta see.
If we find them, it's okay. That's cool to show the old original. So yeah, that's where you'd have bought tickets at and entered into the movie theater. The Southbrook 7. There's 7 movie theaters in this actual building. Really cool, guys, really cool. Place that I didn't even know still existed. It's still here in Memphis, Tennessee, right down from Graceland. Hey, this is cool, man. I'm so glad y'all are restoring this, because I'll definitely want to come back next time I'm in Memphis.
Now these are the theater restrooms. You know, like if you came out of the theater, this place.
Yeah.
And
So Elvis definitely would have been out here at some point.
and theater restrooms.
Another restroom.
So, like I said, you had 4. And these are the 2 bigger ones on this side.
Oh, okay.
We haven't really gotten to these 2 yet. So what happened to this building, we had to have a roof put on it. It rained in it for years and
No
years.
way.
Oh yeah. We had to have $1 million roof put on it.
Well, guys, man, the work that y'all are doing, man, is so important to preserve this place. Yeah. Wow.
See, that's the screen back there. So we just hadn't made it over here, but it rained in here for probably 15 years.
15 years of storms and weather and rain and man. Yeah. How many seats did the theater set?
I would imagine
It's
over
this big.
here, maybe 200, I guess, comfortably. Maybe more than that. I'd be afraid to really say.
Right. And
Yeah.
a balcony?
That's the, no balcony.
No balcony, but that's a projection.
This is, see, you go up this one, watch those studs in the floor too,
Okay.
where the seats were.
So it was orange.
Yeah,
Orange and black
right.
or brown. Cool.
And see, this was the room where you went up to where the projector room, where we found all the,
Posters and stuff?
yeah. There's so much space in this place, man.
It's amazing. Well, yeah. Wow.
See, this was a projection room for all 4 theaters.
Yeah, because on the other
On
side.
the other side, those 2.
So the guy worked them all.
Yeah, he worked them all. And we found all the footage and film and everything.
They just left up here for you.
And see, this is the biggest one of all right here.
Is that the first one we came into or no?
We hadn't been in that one
We
yet.
hadn't been in this one yet.
That's the one next to the one we just came out of.
Amazing. And then across the hall here was another one.
We went in both of those.
These are the ones we went into.
Yeah.
Yep. So one through the door that Elvis probably came in.
Well, that's the second one. That's
Second
the
one.
with the round shape.
And then this one was the first one.
Yeah, the one he probably.
Wow.
came in.
So now, yeah, so the
Now
one.
you can kind of put that back door situation together.
Exactly, because the back door is over here.
Right.
So he come in here, he probably came in this one or that second one. That is cool, man.
And then once he would come in, he could get to enter this.
Yeah.
On this side.
So that big one right there we haven't been in.
Yeah, we're gonna walk over there.
Let's do that. That is great. But yeah, whoever worked up here, all he had to do was just make sure the thing played in all of them.
Right. So he was in control of 4 theaters.
Yes.
I kind of duck a little bit.
Okay.
This is the biggest one.
It's the biggest theater, yeah.
Yeah, that we saw from up there. Watch those studs in the floor there.
Okay. Yeah, man, all those movies back in the day that played in this theater.
Right.
Probably Jaws and
Everything.
all those big,
Anything you
great,
can
great.
love. Superman.
Superman? Did you watch Superman here?
Yeah. The original Superman.
Did you ever come to the movies here?
Yeah, when I was a kid, I was probably, when Elvis was around, I was about 15.
Did you ever see Elvis?
I saw Elvis once downtown. There used to be a store called Goldsmith.
Goldsmiths, yeah.
And every year, they would close Goldsmith down so Elvis could go Christmas shopping. So everybody knew about it. So everybody went downtown because he would pick people out in the crowd to go in with him. So everybody went downtown and flooded downtown hoping they would get picked by Elvis. And I remember being in the crowd.
Hoping to get picked?
But I never saw him. I mean, I saw him, but I never got picked or got next to him. I remember seeing him passing through.
Was he larger than life, man?
Yeah, because the whole store was his.
All right, guys, so this was the Southbrook 7, now Southbrook 4.
Just like that banner up there,
Mm-hmm.
that was one of the original banners, that one that we found.
Yeah, the Wild Wild West.
Yeah.
So, yeah, he's telling me they found a lot of the...
1999.
We got all the posters from previous movies.
So, guys, y'all introduce yourself to me, to my audience, because it's going to be an Elvis audience. They're going to learn about this history, but you guys are preserving this history now.
Yes.
So he was telling me about what you're doing. Would you introduce yourself to the
This
audience?
is my brother Alonzo Grant. My name is Greg Grant. And of course, we acquired this property 10 years ago. This building was built by Kenneth Wilson, the founder of Holiday Inns, 1972.
I didn't know that.
And currently it is in 3 parcels. This parcel that's in the middle, we got one on the other end, which is Kroger Food Store, and another building on the other side. Back in 1972, this used to be a mall.
Mm-hmm.
But over the times, different owners bought. We have 3 different distinct owners up here, and we all have our end of the property. The most important part of the property is where we are now. We're in a place where Elvis used to visit, where he would come to the Southbrook 4 and view the movie of his choice. And as you can see, we have a picture of Elvis on the wall there commemorating his time here. And in time, my brother showed you the theaters.
Mm-hmm.
One of the theaters will be dedicated to Elvis Presley, where we're gonna have shows. The Elvis Presley impersonators, we got blue suede shoes,
And-
Carl Perkins.
And he does the Elvis movies, so we'll be in a position where we'll be showing the Elvis movies in a repetitive way, you know.
Yeah.
Correct.
We're here to help you out, man. Me and my friend, the Spy Guy, we do these Elvis. We have 100,000 subscribers.
Oh yeah.
So we're here to help you guys out.
We definitely need to do that.
Now, he had a picture of where Elvis came in the back door, and we kind of almost pinpointed which door he came in.
Wow.
Yeah. Let me tell you the story. Elvis brought Lisa Marie here a week before his death, and fans followed him back to Graceland, and there's a picture of he and Lisa going into the gates of Graceland. They had come here to the movies late that night.
Wow.
So we can place Elvis here right before his death.
That's amazing.
No
That's
doubt
some-
about it.
So you've got a copy of that picture?
Oh yeah, we can
Yeah.
show you.
So
wow.
we kind of narrowed it down. He probably came in on the east end.
Yeah, what a fan that was there that night. They brought us over here to the back of y'all's building, and they showed me that first entrance you took me. That's where the guys parked and Elvis entered into.
Wow.
And
Well,
so
that's-
what I showed him is, you know, that used to be the travel hall anyway for the mall. So Elvis could have just come in the back door and popped right into the first theater.
Right.
And then he would have had access to all 4 of those
Absolutely.
once
Yeah.
you pop in there.
And that late at night, those movies were specifically for he and Lisa Marie.
Right.
Yes.
Without a great audience.
Nobody
Yeah.
was in there.
Nobody, just he
Except
and
for his entourage.
he and his entourage. And no one, listen to this, no one sat in front of Elvis. Elvis didn't allow anybody to sit in front of him in the movie theater.
So we had the Memphis Mafia and Lisa Marie.
And Lisa Marie in y'all's theater.
Oh, wow.
So that's a story that y'all now can tell people once you dedicate one to Elvis.
That's a good story.
It's a great story, and it's a week before he died. I believe it was August the 8th.
Wow.
I'll have to go look at the dates, but it was August 8th or 9th, 77. He was right here.
Man, that's amazing.
Now that's something I really didn't
That's
know.
amazing. Really.
Now, your brother had a story. Did you ever see Elvis? Did you ever in Memphis?
He did.
Yeah, he told me about it down at Goldsmiths.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah.
When we, I don't know if you recorded it or not, but anyway, when Elvis would do Goldsmith, they'd shut the place down, and nobody could go in but Elvis. And the word was out that you could get picked. Before Elvis went in, he would always pick somebody to let him go shopping or give him a Cadillac.
Especially when he went down to the Madison Cadillac
Right.
and he gave away those Cadillacs on Union Avenue.
Right.
You know, it's amazing.
And I saw him on that occasion. But another story, I don't know if anybody's ever told you about when Elvis got sick and he went to a Baptist hospital the first time. And there was a black nurse in there. And whoever cared for him real well, he always would give him a Cadillac. And he gave her one.
Do you know her name?
I don't remember her name. I could probably find out. But she had that Cadillac for years. But that was his staple, to give people Cadillacs.
He loved giving gifts to people and seeing their
He
reactions.
really did. He really did.
He did, and I mean, Elvis was a cool guy, and he was a great guy, and he would give away things to just make people happy.
I worked down at Graceland doing security for years. I don't know if you remember Aunt Delta.
Yeah, Delta. Yep.
She lived in the house.
Yes.
For years until she died.
Tell me some Aunt Delta stories.
And she had this little dog. And the dog was just as mean, and you couldn't go into certain areas of the house back then like they do now.
Right.
Because Delta lived in it.
Right.
And she
Couldn't
just,
go upstairs,
if you
no.
looked at it, she would sick that little dog out. You know, so she
Well,
was mean. She was.
But then what about, I did meet Elvis's father,
Bernie?
who used to be at the guard shack. He used to, that was his job. That's what he wanted to do.
Or
He
that
didn't
was
want
his
the fame.
that was his uncle.
Is that right?
That was Elvis's uncle.
Who was
that
in the guard shack.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
So we had a chance to meet him.
Vester Presley.
That's
Yeah.
right. And back in the day, with Memphis Tours and Blue City
Yeah.
Tours, you tell them all about that back in the old
I
days
didn't,
when we
but
first
you know, we have a tour company.
started the tour company. We could drive up to
And
the
we-
mansion
We've hung out at Elvis's place for years. Before
more
it
than
got
30
to be
years.
what it is.
Yeah.
When it was just the mansion, and then they bought all those little shopping centers and
Little
all
strip
that.
mall.
Little strip mall.
Okay.
So we've been around Elvis stuff forever.
So y'all do have a tour company?
Yeah.
Well, then I need to talk to you because we've just opened an Elvis museum at the Tiger Man Karate Dojo and Museum. Elvis's
Where is
Karate Dojo
Where
I
at?
saw
on
that.
Luceville Road, right off of East Brooks.
It's where what's called
Oh,
church used to be.
Yes,
something about an ambulance
Yeah.
we have the ambulance.
Yeah.
that he rode in.
Me and the spy guy
I
found it.
saw those signs,
Okay.
and
And
I
I've
rode
been
over
trying-
there.
Elvis Presley was there once upon a time in his life. Southbrook 7, back here in the 70s here in Memphis, Tennessee. Elvis brought Lisa Marie to a movie right inside those doors a week before his death.
And before you even, thank you very much.
Have you ever seen this picture before? This was captured that evening, Friday, August the 12th, 1977, when Elvis returned from the movie theater. This was as he was pulling into the gates of Graceland. Elvis is in the car, Ginger Alden is there, and you see Lisa Marie. This is the last picture of Elvis and Lisa Marie. So I tried to explore a little more. What movie did Elvis, Ginger, and Lisa see that night at the Southbrook 4? The story is he tried to get a copy of the Star Wars film, but he couldn't do it. So instead, they went down the Southbrook 4 and watched this movie, The Spy Who Loved Me, starring Roger Moore as James Bond. We know it's at the Southbrook 4 because the Southbrook 4 was one of 3 other theaters in Memphis at the time that was playing The Spy Who Loved Me. And it was the closest theater from Graceland. So that's why Elvis was down at Southbrook 4 on that Friday evening, August the 12th, 1977. He took Lisa Marie to the movies. Of course, this was a few days before Elvis hit the road on us. But I hope that Lisa Marie has a great memory of this evening with her father. She's holding a popcorn bag in this picture, if you see. I'm zooming in on it now. So they were definitely returning from the Southbrook 4 that night as they pulled inside the gates of Graceland. Fans were always there, and luckily, we have this picture to go with this story at Southbrook Theater. All right, guys, so we're gonna make the trip all the way back to the gates of Graceland from this mall so I can show you how far away the Southbrook 7 was to Graceland. This is Elvis Presley Boulevard. These are the streets that Elvis owned, of course. There's Egg King Cafe that I showed you the other morning, a good breakfast place owned by the grandson of Elvis's cook. Make sure to eat there when you're in Memphis to support a family member, someone that took care of Elvis. There's Marlowe's that we just passed on the left. Right here to the left in this building, right there, was where Elvis first went to the doctors. That was his doctor's office before Dr. Nick. I'm gonna hide it for a second because of the cop behind me. That building coming up, I'm gonna show you. This building right here in the back was where Elvis had his cars worked on. Of course, we're gonna catch every red light. I'm sure when Elvis drove up and down these streets, I'm sure that guy never stopped at a red light on Elvis Presley Boulevard. This is Raines Road, so you might get an idea where you are if you're familiar with this area. I'm sure Elvis would have had one of them if he was still alive, still with us. But yeah, I'm on Elvis Presley Boulevard trying to make the trip back to Graceland the same way that Elvis would have traveled that night with Lisa Marie. So here we go again. I wonder how Elvis was on these roads. I'm sure he broke every law imaginable, probably went about 90. That studs. Black Hawk. And I'm gonna get in trouble here because this car wants to turn. So, do you know where we're at? Guys, you right here, make sure this place is always packed with people trying to get to the drive-thru that always blocks the road. So you usually have to make a detour there. Yeah, that's how Elvis would have returned home that evening here in Memphis, Tennessee. We're right here at the gates. And this famous picture that I'm showing you on film was captured that night after he went to the Southbrook 7 movies with Lisa Marie, a week before his death. Elvis was here once upon a time in his life. He went to Southbrook 7 to the movie theater, right down the road here from Graceland. Guys, I really hope you enjoyed this episode of Globetrotting with Trey. If you did, please like it and share it with your Elvis friends. It helps me out, helps YouTube share my videos. Don't double dribble, subscribe to Globetrotting with Trey if you haven't already. It's free, doesn't cost you a thing, and you stay updated with every new video that I upload each Tuesday on the Elvis. Special episodes here and there. Till next time, guys. I'll see you down the road. Like I always say, thanks for watching.